Greetings, fellow YouTubers and YouTube watchers. My name is Chris. Oh, they're not recording?
No, we are recording. I was just trying to start the timer.
Oh.
All right, there we go. Chris, Russ, hey.
Hello, everyone. My name is Chris, along with my head of life, Mr.
Russ.
And we are Comic Cave Podcast, and today's episode is going to be a fun one, just like the last one. It's going to be very fun. Russell, today we're going to be talking about superhero logos, costumes, and everything else. Like, who thinks of this stuff? Who gets money off of this stuff? Who gets residuals? Coming up next on Comic Cave Podcast. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Comic Cave Podcast. My name is Chris, along with my head of Russ, and today is a fun topic, man. We haven't had a fun topic in a long time.
I have ideas on this, actually.
Go for it. What are your ideas? Talk to me.
What you're saying? Who comes up with the logos and stuff?
Yeah, like I want.
If it's the Incredibles, Edna.
Yes, but in Shazam we see like.
If it's Invincible, it's that old dude. I forgot his name.
What old dude? Oh yeah.
He makes costumes for
Right.
them. If it's so there's answers for some of this. But if we're talking about DC, Marvel, and stuff like that, typically Spider-Man made his own. Peter Parker did. Batman kind of stumbled into his, but Batman has a mechanic. I don't know. Maybe the mechanic kind of helped him. No, because he got the mechanic later. I don't know. Came up with himself. Alfred sewed his first tights.
You know, speaking of Batman, there's this conversation I want to have with you. I know this is beating off the trail, but there's an idea lately that's been going around. I want to say for 10 years. For 10 years, there's an idea that's been going around where Batman is like this, and I got
Gay? Right.
I got this idea from watching Harley Quinn, the most recent episode of Harley Quinn.
Such a great episode.
And I got this idea, like, why is Batman being perceived as this, like, stone, hardcore, tough guy that has no emotion, that has, like, no... Like, he hasn't always been like that. It's only happened, like, in recent times.
Yeah, he's had emotion in the past for sure. The only thing that I can equate that to is similar to the series of, like, Simpsons and, like, you become your own stereotype, right? And it just gets more and more perpetuated.
Oh, God,
That's the only thing that I can say is just like, well, like, he is the one that is untrusting, right? Like, he's always been the part-timer of the Justice League and all that. And it's just getting more and more and more. But it's also counterintuitive, counterproductive, because he has the Bat family now, and there ain't just like one or two of them. It ain't just a couple of Robins anymore. He's got, I don't even want to list all of them. You got Batwing, you got Signal, you got Cassandra, you got all the Robins, you got, like, he's got a ridiculous...
Batgirl.
Yeah, he's got a ridiculous Bat family now. Like, it's over 15 people. Like,
Isn't Alfred now? No, Alfred's dead.
Alfred is dead, yes, but he is still part of the Bat family. But then Alfred has a daughter, and I don't know if you'd consider her a part of the Bat family, but she had her own Pennyworth. She had her own little, like, 007 James Bond kind of thing going. For real, though. Like, for real.
I just see, like, I'm watching this show and, like, Batman, and also there's this thing going around where Batman always, now, for some reason, has to have prep time to beat somebody.
Doesn't have to, no. He's
right, no, he doesn't have to, but everyone's like, the question is, does Batman have prep time?
Yeah, because if Batman has prep time, then he can beat anybody.
Yeah.
But without prep time, he can still beat a lot of people. Like,
it's exactly my thoughts.
Yeah.
But I don't know, Batman has just become on this pedestal of, like, you cannot touch him, you cannot really fuck with Batman. And I am like, I feel like we should just bring Batman back down to earth a little bit. Like, okay, yeah, Batman's a cool character, but yeah, ground him, even though he's everything. Yeah, he's a grounded character.
Well, you know, he should be a grounded character. I get what you're saying.
I think it all started with him. I think it started with him outrunning the Omega beams.
You think that's where it started?
I think that's where
he still got hit by the Omega beams, but yes, I get what you're saying.
I mean, I know what the people are saying out there. Oh no, it started whenever he fucking fought Superman in the 80s, The Dark Knight Returns. But I feel like it started really gaining momentum whenever he started, like, doing fantastical shit.
Which, you know what? Controversial thought, unpopular opinion. Batman cheated to beat Superman.
Oh yeah, he has to.
that's still cheating. It wasn't a one-on-one fight. He had Green Arrow step in and help. That was a tag team situation.
Well, no one says Batman doesn't cheat. He's not a hero. Like he'll do anything.
Yeah, but everybody would. If you're gonna say that Batman can beat Superman, that's going to be the conversation that comes up. There's been a couple other confrontations for sure. That isn't the only time, but that's the one that gets brought up for sure. My favorite actual confrontation though is actually, oddly enough, we're going way off from the fucking symbols and all shit, but so you're not a huge fan of Smallville, but Smallville continued in the comic and Batman was introduced in the comic. The eighth season is a comic. You're shaking your head, but Batman, the way that he meets Clark, he meets Superman in that comic, and when he meets him, had already studied him, prep time, and he actually installed a red sunlight UV ray out of his symbol in his batsuit. So he depowered Superman. He turned it on, depowered Superman, and then kicked his ass.
Which, thank you out there.
I like that idea, and that's happened in Red Sun. That's how he depowered him, right? With the red sun, red light stuff. I like those confrontations more so than Green Arrow shooting a kryptonite arrow.
That's also how he lost against
cheating.
Muhammad Ali.
They
had to be under a red sun. Or
I forgot about that.
A sun without, a blue sun. It was under a blue sun.
Yeah.
And that's how Muhammad Ali beat the shit out of him. But thank you guys out there for voting my boy, Jerome, better fucking villain than their shithead fucking Smallville.
Look, dog. All right, look, I voted for Jerome in that too, but like you can't say Michael Rosenbaum didn't kill his portrayal of Lex Luthor. He gave more emotion. We went in on this. He gave more emotion. Like you're putting the best, in my opinion, the best live action Lex Luthor against the best live action Joker. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Those two in TV shows, phenomenal. Like, yes, Jerome did every single why is my mind going blank? Cameron Mahanigan, every portrayal of the Joker, nailed it, right? Fantastic, did a great job. But Michael Rosenbaum, and it's an unfair competition or comparison at the same time.
I love it.
Because Michael had more time with the character to give you more background. Like anybody who went with that version of Lex, there's not like I almost went with that version of Lex too, and honestly I kind of want to take my vote back and go to Lex because we were given, I talked to you about it, we were given more of a compelling story of why Lex is the way that he is. All Lex wanted was a brother. We learned more about traumatic experiences with his character, and this didn't ruin the character of Lex Luthor like from the comics or anything like that. This added to his story, and it was done superbly. He had a little brother that he was like, and it was his little brother. He loved him. He was looking out for him and stuff. Little brother died. All he wanted was a family and a brother in Clark. And Clark kept lying to him, and that caused a lot of his distrust. And then that's what leads into his distrust and hate and like aliens and like all of that stuff later on, and his distrust within Superman. You understand where he is coming from. When he finally finds out, you're the Red Glur, you're the whatever the fuck, because he didn't have the name Superman yet at that time in the show. When he finally figures it out, that scene, y'all know what I'm talking about. That scene in the barn where Lex goes off on Clark, he puts a kryptonite stone on Clark in the barn and leaves him on the ground, puts a gun to his head and goes off. He's like, I loved you. You were my brother and you lied to me. And then all that said and done, it was kind of some BS. Lex gets his mind up wiped, and Clark goes back and lies to him again.
He says he doesn't.
Clark made Lex who he is. That's what's beautiful about it. You just don't understand.
God damn it! Now you're using that goddamn analogy.
But no,
the hero made the villain. Get out of here.
That's what you love about Gotham as a whole.
I like the villains made the hero.
It's dog. Like. And no, the hero didn't just make the villain. Like, there's other stuff that happened. His relationship with his dad. Like, there was other things that built behind that. But Clark was a part of that because, he loved him as like a brother. He wanted that relationship. And Clark turned his back on it.
I say sour grapes. But
I'm just saying.
I never saw Smallville.
Phenomenal portrayal. Okay?
I never saw Smallville. I saw Gotham, though, and that was a great Joker. Even though people are like, oh, you're not the real Joker. That's the Joker.
He nailed it. Yeah, no, he is. At the end, he became the Joker. Like, yeah, that was the Joker.
But everybody gave it a thumbs up, and thank you guys so much because I'm not.
It's a great portrayal too. I'm just saying, dog. Don't knock my boy Michael. Don't do it.
Could you see him be Lex, or could you see the dude, what's his name that everyone likes for fucking Breaking Bad? Would you want him to be Lex?
Why is my mind going blank on his name right now? Everybody knows
Bryan Cranston.
Bryan Cranston. Bryan Cranston would be a dope Lex.
I still think the guy from Titanic would be a good Lex.
Bryan Cranston would be a good Lex, and honestly, he'd be a good Commissioner Gordon too.
I like the guy from Batman. I like that Commissioner Gordon. That's pretty good.
He's cool.
Speaking of that, holy shit, Russell. What the fuck is going on at Discovery? We're going way off. What the fuck is going off at Warner Brothers Discovery? They're canceling shit left and right.
Personally, I think I think that they do have somebody in mind of who they want to take over as that Kevin Feige role, overseeing everything. And I think that they're just given the chop and block of all the things that aren't aligning with their overall vision for the next few years going forward. That's all I think it is.
But I hope they don't cancel.
I hope that's the reason. I hope it's not random. I hope that they're really trying to bring some type of continuity and have it make sense.
Do you think, and this is just a big, I'm not trying to start any rumors. I mean, who the fuck are we to start rumors? But do you think at this point Discovery, Warner Brothers goes to Disney and say, do you want to buy these characters?
No.
You want to buy these characters?
No. If you're trying to get an amalgam universe in the
you want to buy
TV, or in the real world, I don't think that's going to happen. Not anytime soon. I'm not going to say never.
Could you
I don't
imagine?
think it's going to happen soon.
Could you imagine?
I think DC needs to get their shit straight, build their characters back up, and then once they're solid too, I think Marvel is going to be at a super low point at that point, and then Marvel's going to be like, yo, what if we did this? And DC is going to be like, I don't really want to fuck with you, but and then they're going to do the amalgam universe.
I hope that
And
Disney, the way Disney's going right now with all the shit that they're fucking putting out, I'm not saying it's shit, but I'm saying like it's not good. It's not good. It has its moments, but it's not good. That's why I see DC come up to rise to power, especially with this Joker movie coming out.
Not even just DC though. Like I've been saying it. All the independent works, I'm really looking forward to a lot of that.
I mean, I only like The Boys, and when the fuck is Invincible coming out season 2? I'm waiting for that shit.
Yeah, dog. But then also, and that's what I'm saying. Give some props to my boy Keanu Reeves on this. Everybody's boy Keanu Reeves. I don't want to just say my boy Keanu Reeves, but he actually got comic news at Comic-Con. When was the last time we had that? His Berserker actually made the main stage. Like, we haven't had a comic make main stage at Comic-Con, sorry, we've been fucking with our boys over here in Houston for so long. But in Comic-Con, and I don't even know how long, and his comic actually made the news on that shit and actually made the main stage. And he's about to have his live action show. And yeah, we had that interview where he was like, there could be something entirely different from the comic. I hope not, because the comic is fucking fantastic. Keanu, if you see this, please, dog, I understand where you're coming from. You want individual creativity, you want to have fun with it, but your comic is great. Like, don't have it be the same, but like keep it like in line, dog. That comic is so good. Like, I wasn't expecting it to be good. I thought it was gonna be a gimmick. I thought your name was a gimmick, but it's fantastic. Please, like, just whatever you do, please make it good. Please make the live action cartoon show, whatever the fuck you guys are doing. Please make it good.
Don't be like Disney. I mean, don't be like Netflix. Netflix canceling everybody's shows.
And
same thing with Disney's.
Discovery. I know you don't really care about this, but whatever happened to the Avatar: The Last Airbender live action show? They were talking about that like 3 years ago.
Never heard
of it. And apparently Netflix picked it up and they're doing a live action show.
Well, Netflix is doing its own house sweeping. They're cleaning up house too, because everyone's like,
last I looked up, they're still doing it. It's just, it was like 3 years ago that we were talking about this at this point. Like, where is it?
Also, is anyone really planning for a fucking Airbender show?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They literally 3 years ago, like the creators from the original show came on and then they actually dipped out and that lost a lot of fan interest. Because the creators were like, yo, they're going a whole different direction. We don't like where they're going. We're out. And then everybody was like, oh, that's not a good sign.
It went the way of the dodo.
Yeah, but like each episode's going to be an hour long instead. And like they were going to break it up a little bit different. They were going to give some more depth to it or whatever. I don't know. I'm still curious about what it's going to look like. Because apparently they were very big on like the casting had to be like it can't be whitewashed. Like they were doing indigenous casting for the characters and stuff. Nah, man, I do agree with that and I appreciate that. So, but yeah, no, it's just that was like 3 years ago that we were talking about that, and then I haven't heard anything in quite some time. If you guys know something, link it down below because I want to check that out. I've looked up some articles and stuff, and it says that they're still doing it and they're like in pre-production still 3 years later. I don't.
COVID.
Yeah, but like what? Like I don't know. Anyways,
Well, I don't know if you remember.
superheroes and their symbols. Who makes them? I don't know. Like,
I just want to say, who makes money off them? Like in the movie Shazam, we see the kid have a Superman shirt, Aquaman shirt, Flash shirt. Who gets proceeds?
That's what that would be hilarious. Can like Superman then fly in and like sue a t-shirt company? You're making my name and likeness without paying me royalties for it.
Yeah.
Superman doesn't live for free. You know what I'm saying? Like Clark Kent got a job and all, but like, you know, the Fortress of Solitude, there's a lot of power out there. He's got a big electric bill, I bet. Like, somebody's got to pay for that.
I mean, it's clean energy.
I'm joking.
It's all clean energy. It's all coming from the planet of Krypton. But yeah, I wondered that. I was watching the Harley Quinn show, and I'm like, who the fuck gets proceeds from this shit? Who makes money off it? I don't know.
Mega corporations, and I guess they know if you're a superhero and you're a good guy, you're not about to come sue us for it because you're a good person. And if you're a villain, you're not going to win that lawsuit. Actually, they might. Whoa, would a villain win that lawsuit?
Lex hates Superman, but
Lex would win that lawsuit.
Let's say Lex has a Superman
merch.
shirt company. That's funny.
That would be he wouldn't do that. Lex makes his own merch for sure, though.
Well, I'm saying he has his own merch, but it has Superman symbol on it.
Bruce Wayne, he's the Wayne Foundation. One of his corporations. They're the ones that make all the T-shirts and stuff, and then that's what funds the Watchtower.
They come from Korea.
It's not just you wonder where the Watchtower money comes from to build it and satellites and all that. It's from superhero merchandising through Wayne Enterprise.
Here's a great question, and this is a question to end off of. When do you think that the Wayne regime is going to come tumbling down?
It did multiple times.
No, I mean, when is the Wayne corporation, everything? And I understand he's lost his money in the shit, but when is the Wayne just gonna crumble? Like it's all.
It has multiple times.
It has.
They've done that story. Yeah, like the whole thing with Batman Beyond, which I know you're not a big fan of Batman Beyond, but the Blight Foundation bought the Wayne Foundation.
Oh yeah,
that's been
I do remember that. No, I remember that now. Huh? Never mind then.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, when is it gonna come crumbling down and the Wayne is just some guy now?
Yeah.
But with that being said, my name is Chris, along with my head of life mate, Mr.
Russ.
But before we go, we have a special giveaway. Russell,
Chris, why don't you tell them for once? Because I've been telling y'all about this.
It is
what is it?
My Hero Academia.
I'm gonna let you read it. My
Hero Academia from some dude named All for One, the Musketeers, and then All Might. He looks like Homelander. But if you get us to 150 subscribers on YouTube, this could be yours. And we will pick out a winner randomly. I think it's a number generator, or name generator.
Out of all the videos that we have up, I don't know how many videos we have up, but I count them, or it tells me, and then I put that number into a generator. Picks a random video. I see how many comments are on there. I put that number into the generator. Picks a random comment. I check to see if you guys have actually liked, subscribed to the page and on that video. And then if you so, then you are the winner, and I reach out to you. If not, then I pick somebody else.
And also, he does giveaways on Instagram as well. Books.
Yep.
Comic books.
Lots
so if you're
of
into comic books.
I got several more that I'm about to do.
So that being said, we know that we're not getting that content that you guys want. And we're trying to get it out there, but you know what? Comic Cave Podcast has been working in the backgrounds with a lot of companies and a lot of people.
We got some big stuff coming still.
Some great stuff coming, and
we did some big stuff recently. Go check out our videos with Comic Palooza. It was great, but now we got something else ourselves that's coming. It's coming out, and it might be coming soon. Who knows? But we want to thank the people at the Retro Exchange, Comic Palooza, also. Our guy, Super Happy Cribble Toys, Juan. Juan is the realest. We wouldn't be here without Juan. So also, them. Space Cadets that we've done. Love Space Cadets. Bedrock City Comics. You guys, these are all guys that have been helping us out. And we want to show our love to these guys because they give back to us and we want to give back to them. Yep. So we're going to give a shout out to those guys. And also, we'll be working with those guys. But keep in tune there. We're going to be doing some stuff soon. With that being said, my name is Chris. I'm the head of Mr. Until next time.